Greetings, my beautiful sisters. For the month of March, I want to encourage you as a fellow woman, sister, mother, auntie, mentor, and teacher to focus on self-care. For wise women, self-care is of primary importance. We often and easily tend to the nurturing of others. The reasons why are numerous, but are rooted in the foundations of thought, tradition, and dare I say brainwashing. Most would agree that the focus of caring for others is far more obtainable and achievable than focusing on self care. And yes, it is the divine feminine's nature to nurture, but not before self. Innate is the knowing that we must be well in most, if not all, aspects to have a cup that overflows. Yet we continue to give from vacant vessels, and that is purported to be our positions and signs of strength. We are natural leaders and teachers, but first by exemplifying traits and habits within our immediate environment before it's reflected externally. Although our sacrifice is noticed, remembered, and seldom appreciatedly acknowledged, what's more impactful is how we treat ourselves. Our close family and friends subconsciously encodes our behavior towards ourselves first. They pick up on the insecurities, the self-loathing, the poor posture, disdainful glances in the mirror at our own reflection, even the subtle comments overshadowed by charismatic jokes and gestures. They absorb it into their own psyche and exemplify it later in their own lives. They notice our lack of self care, that we haven't had a true guttural laugh, nor shine from our spirits when we smile. Being selfless has caused less recognition of the self. We silently promise, one day, when I can, oh, I'm going to, knowing full well that we have succumbed to life lifing us. So it's mentally on the back burner until we have the time, the energy, and sometimes the motivation to care for ourselves. All the while not keeping our word, self deception, granting false hopes of getting back to us, and it never coming true. What are we saying to ourselves when we do that? What are we saying to others when we can't even keep our words to ourselves? When we can't even take the time and make that boundary to care for ourselves? Being selfless implies that you, the real you, can't show up. You can only operate autonomously, negating self care. Now, being selfish includes you simply being free to be completely and totally you, fully mindful in the here and now, able to express your boundaries and to create more experiences that you enjoy and to learn from the experiences that you have not enjoyed. Despite indoctrination, selfish involves knowing thyself, which the greatest teachers would tell you that's the most important endeavor in this journey, and all that helps us to define and beautify the soul. Self care requires you to be selfish, to go within and confront all that you are, your shadows and your light, so that you may see and comprehend your wholeness. Embrace yourself and prosper your interests, and then you can prosper the interest of others. Take the month of March to mark your march. Not the talking, not the planning, not the wishing and hoping, but to act on what drives your soul to burst with joy. What does or has your soul cried out for? What has nagged you that you have ignored? Could it be that facial? Could it be that girls' trip? Could it be learning and expanding your knowledge? Could it be even gaming or a girls' night out or just some simple me time? Find out what it is. Have at it with content appreciation that you are the only unique expression of the universal source that is you. Only you and all of your infinite and finite qualities can create and express in all that you are. And yes, you are a part of a vast whole, but yet you are also still the only you and we all need the real you to show up. So care for yourself in order to make space to be wholly, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically present to care for others in the manner that you can helpfully see fit. Women are the protectors and keepers of Mother Earth, and she takes care of us. Start by honoring your vessel with the bounty she shares freely with us. Give thanks for your vessel and for her. Allow her to embrace you as her flower, adorned in an array of colors and intoxicating scents. Be every flexible and flowing, but grounded and rooted in the truth of your own core. Like the fields of a prairie meadow dancing in the winds of inevitable change. Whenever you experience death, allow yourself time in your darkness to rise and blossom again and again in your season, in your timing, not anyone else's. Remember, as there's a variety of flora, so there is in women. Appreciate your beauty, and the beauty will be returned unto you. Appreciate the beauty of others, and watch your beauty increase. So, my fellow sisters, goddesses, and queens, be mindful in March to make time for your self care, and don't just stop there, keep it going. From my heart truly to yours, Laja L.